Hey all, welcome back to my channel. So today I have got a very fun and a unique video for you. Let's dive into the latte inspired makeup video. Grab your favorite latte and let's get started.
First things first, always start with a clean, moisturized face. Apply your favorite primer. I'm applying one of my favorite, that's Lakme Absolute Primer. So you can apply any primer that suits your skin and that you feel that it's your favorite and working wonders for your skin. Blend your primer thoroughly so that it creates a smoother skin so that you can have a good base and stays for a very long time. So next, let's even out our skin tone with a medium coverage foundation. Here I'm using Maybelline's Fit Me in the shade 128 Warm Nude. And if you're a person who doesn't want to use a foundation, you can either use a concealer of your skin tone or you can also use a BB or a CC cream. Blend it well with a damp makeup sponge or a brush, either of the way which you're convenient with. The idea here is to even out the skin tone, so just keep it simple. Right now you might be feeling that it might be a little lighter shade than my skin tone, but it's completely fine as this particular foundation's gonna be oxidized in some time and it will look like my own skin. Here I'm just using a lip balm so that it keeps moistured and hydrated throughout. So next I'm using Swiss Beauty's concealer to highlight my under eye areas and also to conceal certain pimple marks and acne scars. Again with the same damp makeup sponge, I have just blended it out. So whatever the residue was there on the sponge, I have used it as the base on my eyelid for the eye makeup. From Swiss Beauty's Cover Studio Concealer Palette, I'm using the darkest brown shade as my contour today. So I've just applied it and with the help of my foundation brush, I'm just gonna go and blend it out. As you can already see that I have already applied it on the cheekbone areas, on the temples of my forehead, as well as on the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my jawline areas and little on my chin, and I'll just blend it out for the smoother effect. Contouring near to your mouth is really optional. I recently learned it and I find it useful. If you also want to try it, you can just go ahead. So as I said earlier, using my foundation brush, I'm just dabbing and using the circular motion to just blend them out smoothly. So I'm using the sides of the brush to blend the bridge of the nose area and also near to my mouth. Here I'm using the same shade from the Swiss Beauty Concealer Palette and applying it as the base for my eye makeup. So for my eye makeup today, I'll be using two palettes. One is from the Wet n Wild Rose in the Air, and other one is from the Swiss Beauty. For these kind of latte inspired eye looks, working with warm and neutral eyeshadows is the key. So I have just chose the brown shade from the Wet n Wild palette and applying it all over my lid area. Next, I'm choosing the darkest brown shade from the Swiss Beauty palette and using it to deepen the crease area. Using the same brush, I'm just going to blend them out so that it doesn't look harsh. It's one of the most important thing whenever you apply any eyeshadow. The most important thing is to blend them out. It should never have that harsh lines. Here I'm choosing the deepest color from the Swiss Beauty palette and I'm applying it very closely to the lash line for a kind of soft look, which also gives a kind of eyeliner effect. As I already said, whenever we work with the eyeshadows, the only important thing to keep in mind is apply and blend them out. Here I've chose one of the shimmery shade from the Wet n Wild palette. So with the help of my finger, I'll just go ahead and apply it with a dabbing motion all over my eyelids. If you want to carry out this look in the night time, you can use a pop of champagne shade in the inner corner of the eye. And if you want to just go for a day look, you can just stop it right here. Again, from the Wet n Wild palette, I've chose kind of a grayish brown shade and applying it as the eyeliner, giving it an extra kind of a winged look. You can either make the wing a little longer or shorter depending on the choice or of your preference. So for this look, I went out to a little longer winged liner look. Next step is to groom and fill in the brows. So this is kind of important and it actually stands out any makeup look. It's very important to have a groomed and filled in brows for a polished look, and that is what I'm trying to achieve. Again, to fill in my brows, I have used the brown shade from the Wet n Wild palette, and with the help of the angled brush, I'm just going and filling it. Once I'm done filling it, I'm just going ahead and brushing them down so that any harsh lines or anything, it looks smoothen out. I'm applying the shade under the eye area. So this is the same shade which I used to fill the lash line. Now to keep everything in place, I'm using the Swiss Beauty's makeup fixer. I'm just spraying it on my sponge and dabbing it all over my face. This kind of dabbing motion helps the product to stay in place and not moving further, and also gives that kind of a dewy and finished look. Next step is to apply the blush. Again, for the blush, we can use something like in a soft rosy shade or some neutral warm nudish shades. Since I do not have any of these shades, I use two of my lip colors kind of in a nude shade, and I just mix them on the back of my hand and I'm just applying it on the apples of my cheeks. I have applied a minimal amount. If at all you want to build it up, you can just go ahead, but I felt this should be fine for this particular look. To keep that kind of a last touch, I'm using the face palette from This Beauty. I'm using the foundation brush. I've picked up the bronzer and I'm just deepening all those areas where I had applied the contour. Again, this product is from Swiss Beauty. It's their highlighter, liquid highlighter. So I've taken a pea size amount and I'm just applying it on the bridge of my nose and on the cheek area, all the highlighting areas, and I'll just blend them out. So I had this particular lip liner in the shade brown, kind of a dark brown, and I'm lining out my lip. Once done, I'm just using the same lip liner to fill out the entire lip. Since this particular look needed a gloss effect on my lip and I don't own one because I don't usually use one, so I have used the coconut oil, and with the help of this cotton knob I have just applied a little bit amount on my lip to just have that particular glossy effect. So this is kind of the workaround I have used for my lip gloss. And for the finishing touch, I have added my accessories. I've kept my earrings very simple, and off camera I have just done my hair. Finished and final look.
And there you have it, a latte inspired makeup look. Whether you are a coffee lover or not, this look is perfect for any occasions. Do try it, and if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. I'll see you all in my next video. Until then, stay safe, be happy, take care. I love you all.